What's up, everybody? It is almost March 15th, which what that means is it is time to get S Corp filings in. So I figured I'd do a quick video just to show what that means and what you got to do to actually set up an S Corp. So for those of you who don't know, the whole reason you set up an S Corp, it's basically a hybrid between an LLC framework, so limited liability company, and a more traditional C Corp. So gives you a way to essentially save a lot of money on taxes by minimizing as much as you can your self-employment taxes. So it can go into a whole nother video on the importance of S Corps and why to have them and all that fun stuff. But for this, I'm assuming you already know what an S Corp is. If not, you should check it out and find out what it is. But also, if you're in the market to file and set one up, this is what you need to do. So we're gonna take a look. So basically on the IRS's website here, I don't know why that was off, but so you basically all you have to do is just Google S Corp IRS, and that'll take you right to the page that goes exactly over S Corps and pretty much all the documentation, all the tax compliance stuff you need with it. But in here, there's this Form 2553. So this is the form that you need to fill out to actually set up an S Corp. So you have this Form 2553, and then right below it you have the PDF with the instructions. So if you ever get stuck, you can scroll through here, and it literally tells you everything line by line in sort of excruciating detail. But so for example, let's take a look at an example. So where to file, which we'll get into in a second, but name and address. So it goes through what all you need to include in your name and address, your EIN, etc. So you have all those instructions if you need it. But then here's the the exact form. So the IRS is a little antiquated here, where you still have to actually send the form the old-fashioned way. So you either have to fax it or mail it in. So depending on which state you're in, you would go to this, or if you're in one of these states, you would go to this, send to this address. The address the envelope needs to be post-dated by the 15th of March at the very latest. So this needs to be in by the 15th of March. So your fax number is there as well. So if you're trying to become an S Corp for 2022, as the filming of this video, again, that would need to be in by March 15th. So then you have this information. So this can be the name of your business, your tax ID number or employee ID number, where you basically, what your address for your business is, date that you incorporated, the state you incorporated in. So all these documents, so if you filed with the state of California, for example, you would have filed a form with the Secretary of State there. Your date of incorporation, your state of incorporation would obviously be California. Your date of incorporation should be on there. If you set up your LLC, your EIN number that was given to the IRS, you should also have documentation on that. So that's what you would just need to fill in there. And if you don't have an EIN number, you can basically check that. So then you would put in what year that you're filing this for. So this would be, if you're filling it out for 2022, you would just put January 1st, 2022. If your business goes on a calendar year, what kind of tax year you go off of. Most people are going to do calendar, but if you're fiscal or one of these, there's going to be more nuanced questions below. But for the sort of average person, they're going to be your average business. They're going to be mostly calendar year. If you have 100 shareholders, you may need to make some tweaks, including saying if they're family members, etc. S Corp limits you to 100 shareholders, so something important to kind of know. Again, most people that are setting up an S Corp probably don't have 100 shareholders, but it's on there anyways. And this is the name and title legal representation. So if you have an attorney, that could be the attorney, or typically it's the CEO, managing partner, owner, etc. And then, so then you basically just sign and date. If you're filing this late, you can fill in the information here. And then you basically show on this part of the part one, who are the partners. So you would have names, addresses, net percentage of ownership, when you acquired that percentage, socials, shareholders tax year, all those fun things. So that would be more applicable if like it's an LLC that owns a portion of the S Corp. So below, you'd have, this is more of the fiscal year clarifications, and then qualified subchapter trusts. Again, this is fairly nuanced stuff. You're better off, instead of watching this video, kind of just going through the detailed lists of information. If you have one of these scenarios, again, these are more rare than not. So if you have one of these scenarios, just basically read through the detailed instructions via the IRS instructions page. Otherwise, just make sure you get all your pen and ink signatures on here, and then you would just basically print this out and either fax it off to this number or mail it into this address. And then from there, you will get a confirmation from the IRS saying that you are now officially an S Corp. And that's really all there is to do to set up an S Corp. Hope you found this video valuable. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe and follow for more.